Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're looking at level 0, its extraction. Now, this game is actually not out yet. It's an open public beta test, and essentially it's a PvE extraction looter shooter something. The reason why I say something because I never played it before, but apparently you are taking a role either as a merc or the alien, and you have to A, survive the alien or kill all the mercs, and also survive other players while you are trying to do the objectives or find whichever materials you need to safely extract. And apparently this is the new best thing, at least coming up. Now, when it comes to the hardware requirements, the minimum GPU is an RTX 2070 and the recommended GPU is an RTX 3060, so technically pretty reasonable requirements. The minimum CPU you need, however, is an i5 10th gen, and recommended one is an i7 10th gen, so technically the more cores the better it's gonna be. As you know, we're running an i5 96K, which is a 9th gen i5, and a 4070 Ti, so I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna work out. The game is made in Unreal Engine, and well, here lies the thing. First and foremost, we're obviously gonna torture the GPU and my PC in full 4K. No FPS limit, no vertical sync, and when it comes to graphics, we're going with an epic quality preset. Apart from the motion blur, everything is turned on, including you probably can't see it, or I actually just lost it. There is a option for lumen, which I enabled, so that is a gimmick of Unreal Engine 5 if I'm not mistaken, so that's gonna be staying on. And the funny thing is, despite the fact if I turn it off or on, the loading menu FPS does not change, which means we're probably going to be seeing 49 frames or even below. Outside of that, I think I'm not going to go through the tutorial. We're going to go and suffer and see how it goes. So obviously we're given some stuff to begin with, which is a little bit weird. Essentially we have nothing. Oh, that's fun. It's a range weapon. Okay. Taking range weapon with some standard nails. I don't expect myself to actually live long enough to utilize any of this, in all honesty. But you kind of get an idea how this might actually be going. So we're just gonna go in as we are and see how the performance actually treats us. So yeah, I'm here just for the numbers. Everything else is a different thing. So the gameplay mechanics, apparently you need to survive a monster. Apparently they're allergic to light, and essentially flashlight is your best option. Obviously you can shoot stuff, but there will be other things shooting you, so good luck everyone, so to say. We'll see if we actually have to join in with another crew or not, but yeah, this is just gonna be a performance test really. And the disclaimer is that even the devs say you will have bugs and perform stuff, but this is just I would want to say not exactly a proof of concept. This has moved beyond that stage, but it's closer to like an actual beta test, how it all works, get community feedback, because that's a bit more easier than just, you know, QAing the game on various rigs and then finding a configuration that simply refuses to work. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are as a merc. Use light to deal damage to the monsters, and we are at pretty actually 45 frames in these settings is not too much. Now my question is, I think we kind of need to load up a little bit here. Oh, flashlight is with T. And I can literally hear someone running around myself here. And we got wiped. How nice is that? So that was quicker than Escape from Tarkov. I'll give you that much. You know, like that is that is the way it is. I mean, wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Can't even catch your breath. You are getting taken down. I don't know if they have any kind of hand signal stuff, you know, like in Escape from Tarkov, you can kinda negotiate with your attackers that you're friendly or something, or there's a peace or truth. But considering these extraction shooters are usually a meat grind for majority of the players that just go in with a single point of hunting down players, I don't think there's any camaraderie in this game, to be in all honesty. So we'll see how this actually works out for us. So yeah. And also the performance in 4K is lacking. I mean, I'm not saying that it's unexpected, in all honesty. I do believe that 40-ish frames in 4K Epic for this game with Lumen enabled is kind of what I would expect to actually happen. We've seen games with Lumen enabled that did exactly this, and once you disable it, it's all good. So once we load back into the game, we're gonna turn off the Lumen, see if it actually goes a bit better than it, but highly doubt that's gonna happen. But you know, we'll see. We're doing science here. Of course, survival is not guaranteed, and I think that is the main point of this whole game. So let's turn off the Lumen and see if we actually have any changes. Actually, we do have. There is now 60 frames, which is more than 40, so I would want to say that is not too bad. So what we have, we're pulling technically 7.8 gigs of video memory allocated, 10 gigs of RAM, and we're within 60-ish frames. I can literally hear them just shooting somewhere there. Okay, let's go for a wee stroll here. Dropping slightly below 60. That's fine. You know, it's actually okay. Your health, our mission. I do believe this is pretty much more of a co-op extraction shooter than playing solo, but then again, obviously Tarkov players and everyone else who plays different games will disagree. Which is also fine. Someone just turned on the light there. That's fine. You know what, we're not gonna bother anyone. And there was a monster there. Let's see if we can kind of scare it away a little bit. I don't know if the battery on my flashlight is okay. You know what? Have this for size. It's glitching through the walls. Okay. Okay, you know what? It's kind of acceptable, I guess. Let's see what kind of loot we can get here. Highly doubt there's any high quality loot in here, but hey, you know, getting loot and not getting killed is already a win in these type of games. So I think that's what we're gonna be doing for now. I'm not expecting to survive. Because obviously these guys already have guns, so they have higher level than me. Because they have inventory with better guns. So yeah, this is nice. This is exactly what you sign up for. How much did we survive? How long was it? I think it was like about 3-4 minutes. And apparently I didn't even kill a single monster. Now that's kinda nice. Ranged weapon hit percentage 85%. Knockdowns 1, energy X destroyed 1. Not nice. So community is definitely on point. They shoot on anything that moves. Which is clearly nice to know, because this just shows how welcoming you can feel here. Which I do love. You know, I do appreciate it that you can just go in absolutely blind in solo and you're matched together with people with guns. That is always an eye-opening experience, specifically for a new player into the game who doesn't even know what, how and why. But obviously I need to go to the University of Gaming to understand that this is fully expected in the extraction shooter genre, because there's nothing else really for them to do. It's the whole point of the game, so kinda it's on you if you spend your money and play it without, you know, making friends, so to say, because you need your own friends to survive. But on the bright side, apart from all of this, is the fact that we actually do have decent performance in 4K Epic the moment we turned off Lumen. So I must say, this actually makes me a happy person, and it looks like there is a mine there, which is not exactly appreciated. So we're just gonna stroll around and see what happens where. It looks like this demo actually has a pretty contained area in which you will be running into people a lot. Because it seems we all share the same little play area, otherwise I would not be running into squads this often. It's just my observation. I might be completely wrong, to be fair, but this is just how I feel currently. But overall, I would want to say this is not... It doesn't feel bad. It feels different, because when it comes to majority of extraction looters, and I would want to say the Grey Zone Warfare, the Escape from Tarkov, which in my opinion is pretty much kind of milsim-ish extraction looter, you kind of get this experience and you kind of get a little bit eased into it. But I think if you play these types of games, you kind of know that you should not be trusting anyone coming around the corner, which for people like me, who's very trustworthy, and I trust everyone on a day 1 or 2 of the game's release, I kind of hope for community to work together a bit, you know, before we all start killing each other off. But I guess this is just wishful thinking, really, so that's a thing. Okay, we do have a grenade, which is good. I wonder if we can get a weapon of sorts. And it seems someone's been here and looted everything already. And we need an ice pick to extract. So we actually found an extraction point, which is great. And we are... right here, so we're by the staircase, and this is the play area we currently have, level 1. There's a level 0 as well. Okay. Fair enough, you know, it's not too bad. Let's see if we can peruse the locations and go from there. I mean, when it comes to the scenery and overall feel for this, kinda reminds me of GTFO a little bit, which was, I would want to say, exclusively PvE rather than PvP, but it wasn't bad, so this clearly has some potential. No idea what I just picked up, but it looks important. It would be nice to not get shot instantly the moment someone sees me, but I guess that is wishful thinking at this stage. Which is absolutely fine. Oh. Complete pitch black darkness. Now that's never a good sign.
Attention, critical overload. Backup power failure.
Critical overload. Now granted all the players can see my flashlight, so I'm not surprised if all of them will be gunning for me here.
Backup power restored.
And I wonder who got me. I am dead. Okay. I think that might not even be a player at this point. By Tagan. Whoever that is. But at least we got 2 energy eggs and we lost more money for extraction. So I guess this is just how it really goes. Dart fine pistol. I don't know, all of this kind of seems like I've seen all of this before somewhere, but they're trying to put a new spin on things. So we just gonna try one more time, but yeah. In general, I don't mind getting absolutely wrecked within the couple first minutes. It's a bit odd, you know, like usually even when Tarkov wipes, you know, new players join in, because usually after the wipe it's the biggest moment for people to join. People are kind of like, you know, a little bit friendlier. Like they see someone stumbling around, checking crates, kind of doesn't know what to do, is walking in and open. They understand you're a new player, right? If you have some sort of, you know, honor system in yourself, you kind of go like, okay, you know what? He's going towards the boss. He's gonna get his money's worth. Like, there's no need for me to, you know, shoot the guy, because there's no loot on him anyway. He's level 1. And in majority of these games of extraction shooters, you do get people who kind of see that you're exploring the level, you're exploring the game, you know, you're probably just trying to understand what the hell you're supposed to be doing. And then, obviously, as in every other game, you have these esports ready people who are literally out there to get you. And the funniest thing is, I mean, what exactly will they get? They're getting a level 1 beta demo player's loot, which is
Have been switched to emergency mode.
literally nothing. It's just, you know, it's a bit funny. Like when you think about it in reality, specifically in a demo version. What's the loot? If you're not a paying player, so to say, like. But yeah, it's just the way these games are. I mean, I can't really blame them for playing the game it's supposed to be. It's just, I was gonna say, maybe a little bit of a ceasefire for 24 hours so people understand what the hell they're doing would be nice. But hey, as I said, wishful thinking. And in general, I would want to say performance is pretty decent, considering we are in 4K. So, in general, with lower settings, probably this would be way better. So I would say 2K is probably where you're looking at things here for majority of the your gameplay. But overall, yeah, slightly under 60. Can't really say it matters too much. The game is still snappy. It's actually not slowing down or anything, so I wouldn't really say that you're losing too much out of this. It's just funny that you have monsters in here and instead of being killed by a monster, you get killed by other players. Maybe I look like a monster, who knows? Technically I should be a PMC, but oh well. Apart from that, no hiccups, no jitters, no stutters, not even a micro stutter. So I think once this game hits full release, might actually be good. I think we're now in the level 0. And we're getting some loot. Oh, we got a stock. That's nice. Yeah, the only thing we need now is an overload and very weird sounds coming from that direction. I don't think I want to be a monster's breakfast today. I would rather get, you know, done by a player, in all honesty. You know, monsters, that's one thing, but players, at least, you know, there's some thought behind the process there. It's not just crunching on my bones, so, you know, I'll give them that much.
The elevator in Sector B will arrive in 2 minutes.
I guess that is another extraction location. But yeah, to be fair, for an open beta test, this is actually pretty decent. Running around with no actual guns to defend myself against the monsters is a little bit stupid, however. Oh wow.
The elevator will arrive in 1 minute.
Yeah, not having a gun to shoot these things is a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie. Monster can sense you from a distance now. Okay, good to know, thank you. I think I have enough basement adventures for one day. I'm gonna let that guy roam over there. I'm not sure if those people were NPCs. I kind of look like the NPCs, really. They really didn't have any stuff on them, so...
Critical overload. Backup power failure.
What do we actually have? Oh, we have a glow stick. That's good.
Backup power restored.
I don't know what this is. Oh, hello. And the monster got us. Anyhow, apart from this interesting experience, this is the game. And I would want to say, this game still allows to actually co-op with other people and co-op with your friends. So get your squad and just jump in. And I would actually want to say, probably 4K is not exactly the way to go about this. I would want to say 2K probably would be the best. So how about we just do this, apply the changes and see what happens. And we're at 80 frames. Which honestly is already where you kinda want to be with this. You know what? Let's just start an empty run out of curiosity what frame rate we're gonna get in 2K Epic, because even though this is a shooter, FPS, kinda, I would wanna say you probably need 60 frames, you know, in all honesty. Depends on your skill level, so obviously the higher your skill level, if you play Tarkov, if you play anything else, you will be like, oh, I need at least 120 minimum, but, you know, for people who are just new to the genre and just trying to get their bearings, I would want to say probably, you know, 60-ish would be okay. Probably. I don't know. Don't judge me. But yeah, 4K. I don't know if that's the correct way to go about this. Yeah, in all honesty, like, doesn't feel that much massively different.
Attention. Whole
Clearly a bit more
process
snappier, I cannot deny that, but overall... Overall, yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels better. Clearly it feels better, but... So perhaps you should be actually playing in 2K. At least for now. I'm not saying it's gonna stay that way forever, but... It's an interesting premise. It's quite... I wouldn't want to say unique, but it does feel a little slightly different than your regular extraction shooters. All things considered, so yeah. I'm getting so many things. Now, granted, there will be a lot of people playing this demo and they're gonna say this is the best thing since sliced bread, which is obviously their opinion and they are probably correct, but I would want to say you probably need to be quite embedded in these type of games to just go from, let's say, Call of Duty to one of these survival types. Because this is not exactly what people play on a daily basis. There's a quite a community out there, obviously, but for a first-time player like myself, do I know what I'm doing? No. Do I want to know what I'm doing? Yes, but do I have a chance to learn? I don't. And a lot of people will say, well, you know, get good, but as we talked about this previously, you cannot get good if you're not giving the chance to learn. Because I only start with that much things in my backpack, and sometimes you need to be a bigger man. You need to take someone under your wing. You have to explain the process and explain why and how you can fail in a certain aspect. And I don't like that mine beeping angrily at me. Gym and tech basement, okay. Well, I think it's time to put in our workout here, and this actually might be as good as any other place to end this, because I have no idea where the extraction is, and I think I might just wanna go out on my own terms, which would be closing the door behind me and starting my workout.
Attention. Critical overload. Backup power failure.
So I think I'm just gonna get on a treadmill right now and put my happy music on and run away from my problems. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.